Hello, it's Shay in Silver Lake. It's November 6th. It's 44 degrees and it is like 4:40 in the afternoon. I don't know what's going on over there. Weird. Anyway, quit paying attention. I haven't checked on these in a bit. Ooh, that's looking pretty dark in there. Not looking good. Ooh, but this one's still looking good. I'm trying to be careful with them. And that's all died off, but you know, what I should do is come out and wrap. I wonder if I wrap it in plastic. If the problem is, it's not going to really get any. I have to still water them separately. But, you know, today I went and did a little bit of grocery shopping, and that was like about all my back could handle, and it was mostly me just pointing things and putting them in the cart. And then what is that? I don't know what he was doing to get in the garbage or dumping garbage off, but that's a Airbnb, so that's weird. But I did hear that there was somebody in town that got arrested for having a dirty camp. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know. Look, you can see my feet, my dog's feet. Those are my Vans. I recognize the footprints. Those are my white Vans. My purple and black Vans leave a different kind of a thing. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, they got arrested for having a dirty camp, and that's like a camp, I guess, with a bunch of garbage and with an unattended campfire or something. I did not know that was a thing. Honestly, I had no idea. I was like, I mean, I wouldn't have left a camp like that, but I didn't know that there was an actual law, and that was kind of interesting. Or at least I thought it was. Man, is it cold. It's 44 degrees. Somebody's got their burn pile going over there. It's 44 degrees. I'm too sore to try to go for a walk again today. I don't want to take that risk. So I'm still resting up and gonna wait it out because I don't want my back to go out, because it's like, that's the worst, absolute worst. I have to do all these different things. I've been still trying to do the exercises. I've just been really having trouble getting my hands above my head. That's like, every time I do it, it feels like the wind gets knocked out of me. Oh, somebody's mowing over there. I love the way that the mountain looks out there. Doesn't that look gorgeous? There was snow coming up over the mountain, but not as bad as going down. Oh my gosh, going down the mountain, I didn't even want to give you guys the whole schmeal on it because it was a complete nightmare. Okay, so this is what happened. We left here. It was like 1 o'clock. We went to the store right here in town to top off the tank and all that kind of stuff. And of course, while we're in there, we run into everybody that we know, which is everybody in town. And so, like, I keep telling my son, we gotta go. We gotta go. So when we started leaving town, it was already like 1:15, 1:30. Like, and I told him, I'm like, it is a 5.5 hour drive. And he's like, no, it's not that long. I'm like, dude, I've done the drive a million times. I know how long it is. And that's even if I take all the shortcuts. And the shortcuts would be from 38, you take Bear Creek Road, and then you pop out on 97, and then you cross over and you hop on 138, and you take 138 all the way down until you hit like Glide, and then when you hit Roseburg, you take this, it's like Garden Valley. It's like this back road that goes through, takes you out to Old Wagon Road, which if you don't know the Roseburg area, you would never know what I'm talking about, but it's like this old road. It's called Old Wagon Road. And then that pops you out onto 42. And then you take 42 all the way, and then boom, you're in Bandon. And like, that's the way I would normally go. Like, that's just boom, 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 boom. And then you'd get there between 5 and 5.5 hours. That's like the earliest. And that's if everything goes smooth. But no. So we go out, we get on Bear Creek, and I tell him we should go 38 all the way to 97 and then take the 58. I just have a bad feeling. And he's like, no, we're going this way. So Bear Creek is exactly 50 miles. 12.5 miles into it, it starts dumping snow. Huge snow flakes, as big as my hand. I was like, are you kidding me? And we get about 22 miles up the road, and I tell him right then we should turn around and we should go back. And he's like, we'll lose 20 miles. I'm like, that's 40 minutes. It's an hour we lose. But I'm telling you, in the long run, it'll be worth it, because we're not going to be going very fast if we keep going this way. So pretty soon, we're at the 25-mile marker, and we're going 20 miles an hour. I mean, the snow is already 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. It is crazy. And I get a couple cars behind me, so I pull over, and I let them go in front of me. And I get back out on the road, and I'm driving in their tire tracks instead of them driving in mine. And we get about a mile, and I notice that there's a corner coming up, but I notice that the tire tracks in the corner like right at the corner, were weird. Like, they weren't in this lane anymore. They were like in this lane. Like right at the corner, all of a sudden they were over in this lane. So I was like, I told Trevor, I said, uh-oh, I think something happened up there. And he looks and he's like, why? And I'm like, look at the tires. Because I'm following the tires, and all of a sudden the tires are going into a different lane, which I'm not willing to go into. So then I inch up around the corner, and the car that had passed me was parked with its hazards on, like right after the corner. So I toss my hazards on, and I pull up alongside him, because there's not enough room for somebody else to really stop behind me. So I pull up along the other side of him, and I see that there's a Suburban on 2 wheels. So I throw my hoodie on, or my jacket on, I jump out of the car, and I ask the guy in the car in front of me, hey, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just run past him, and I yell into the Suburban, and hey, is there anybody in there? Do you need anything? Blah, blah, blah. He rolls down the window. Anyway, long story short, the wife gets out. They go, or he gets the truck back onto 3 wheels, almost on 3 wheels. And they try rocking it and a bunch of other stuff, but that doesn't work. And then finally he just guns it, and the dirt would just happen to be really soft, like where the passenger side front tire was in, like deep. It was like buried halfway deep. And I don't know, man. When he did that, it landed like on 3 and almost the 4th wheel. And then I think he had the kids or whoever was inside get all onto the driver's side in the back. And then he gunned it again and it pulled it out into the ravine. Now he was deep down into the ravine. So he was like coming, had to drive down the ravine a little bit to find a spot that was easy enough to get out. And then he pulled out of that. And then by the time he got up on the road, there was no tire left on the rim. But they were calling OnStar. There was other people there, blah, 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 blah. So then I got in my rig. And then the guy that had passed me got in his. I let him go in front of me, and I followed him for about another 2 miles. Then he pulled off to the side of the road and had given up. He wasn't going to go any further. And we still had another 20 miles to go. And so I was like, man, I told Trevor, I don't have change or nothing. So I pushed through it because I have a SUV that's kind of taller. And so I pushed through at 20 miles an hour. It took us forever to get to the 97. And then once I had gotten to the 97, it was no better. The 97 was just a wreck. It was 15 mile an hour all the way from the cutoff from Bear Creek all the way to, I had to double back to Chemolt. Because at that point, I checked the I-38 and it was closed. There was a double wreck on it and it was just getting pounded. And the snow was still coming down so hard. So just before Chemolt, I pulled into a rest stop, which was a big mistake. And when I pulled into the rest stop, oh man, my phone's going to die. I pulled into the rest stop. This lady pulled in behind a whole bunch of us and then got stuck. And so then we couldn't leave for like 45 minutes while the snow was pounding down. Finally got out of there, made it to Chemolt. Chemolt was horrible. It was knee-deep snow. And then once we got past Chemolt, made it to the 58, then it was just rain. And then it was like clear skies all the way. Or, raining. But we didn't get into the hotel until 10:30. After I told him when we left at 1:15, I was like, my goodness, you do not know anything about trips. So, and then I didn't realize it was only going to be a 1-day thing and then back. And I was like, oh no, next time I have to have way time to rest. I can't do that sort of thing. Anyway, my phone is dying. All right, so peace, love, and happiness. I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, this is November 6th. And may peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, night, week, evening. Sorry so short, but my phone is like dead. Dead. I didn't realize it was so. Oh, it's 13 minutes. That's longer than yesterday's. Look how pretty it is, though, the skyline. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I still have a million shorts to upload. It's just I haven't really been up to it. Got to be in the mood. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.